Hey guys, and welcome back. We are on a journey with Paramahansa Yogananda, the Autobiography of a Yogi, and we are still in the area where he is before he goes to see his teacher, his own guru. And what is striking to me is how many gurus, swamis, spiritual leaders that he is encountering at such a young age. And before I talk about the part that I wanted to talk about in the book, I just wanted to acknowledge a little bit of my own ignorance. So I don't know if it's a cultural thing that he be surrounded by so many spiritual leaders that are doing such profound things. I don't know if that's like a culture thing, but also maybe he's just in this like spiritual vortex, like that just has all these powerful people surrounding him. And then I start to think, like, am I surrounded by these powerful people too, but I just don't see it? Maybe I don't have the capacity to see it, and this young boy did, and he sought them out. Or maybe I'm not seeking them out enough, or, you know, just so many things, because what I've noticed is that he is just surrounded by so many teachers and people that are, you know, doing these incredible things. And I'm just like, wow, you know, like, can I see that in my life? Can I find that in my life? And I'm like, I just don't think I'm looking for it. But maybe it's a cultural thing. Maybe it's just where he particularly lives is that like spiritual vortex, like Sedona, Arizona. Like maybe there's just like a lot of spiritual power there that, you know, he just happened to be born into. And I just thought that was so fascinating about this part of his life that I just wanted to acknowledge my own ignorance when it comes to this, because I'm just like, you know, like, do I have that? Like, and when I sit down, I'm like, I just don't think I'm looking for it in terms of, you know, like, I don't recognize it. And maybe it's one of those things where it's like hindsight. Like if I look back at my life, I can probably identify them, but I haven't done that. So I wanted to just acknowledge that before we continue on with the next part, where he is talking to another saint, Swami, guru that he has, and in this he's translating a song, and I really love the song. Now I don't know if it's a literal translation or if it's the best translation that he could do or what it is, but to me it was like really powerful. So I'm gonna sing you the song. Don't worry, I'm not gonna like destroy your ears today, okay? I'm gonna read it to you. Okay, it says, "If by bathing daily God could be realized, sooner would I be a whale in the deep. If by eating roots and fruits he could be known, gladly would I choose the form of a goat. If the counting of rosaries uncovered him, I would say my prayers on mammoth beads. If bowing before stone images unveiled him, a flinty mountain I would humbly worship. If by drinking milk the Lord could be imbibed, many calves and children would know him. If abandoning one's wife could summon God, would not thousands be eunuchs? Mirabai knows that to find the divine one, the only indispensable is love." And when I read this, I just thought to myself about how on earth we try to find many paths to find God. There's a million paths to find God, but they all lead back to love. They all lead back to this connection with love, kindness, caring, joy, and the expressions of love. And I thought, yeah, okay, that's like on the outer part of like what this song says, but more deeply, and for me, it comes down to stop seeking millions of other ways and just boil it down to the simplicity of love. How can I show up with love? That's in your job, in your family, in your marriage, with your children, with yourself, with others who need more love than they deserve, with others who need more love than they're getting, with others who need more love than at present is in their life. How could you bring that to them? And just, I thought it was interesting the way, you know, like if we could find God in these other modalities, like people would flock. You could probably make $1 billion in a day if you bottled up the essence of God and were like, hey, I'm going to sell this and you have God. because people are searching for it in so many other ways, but the simple answer is love. The simple answer is the emotion of love. And it put it in such a simple way that for me it was like, yeah, okay, I get it. Okay. And then the other part of this that I wanted to share was this. It's like, you are reversing the case. The saint's face held a mild rebuke. I have left a few paltry rupees, a few petty pleasures, for a cosmic empire of endless bliss. How then have I denied myself anything? I know the joy of sharing the treasure. Is that sacrifice? The short-sighted worldly folk are verily the real renunciates. They relinquish all unparalleled divine possession for a poor handful of earthly toys. And I think to me, this was like a kick in the teeth again. Like, I keep getting kicked in the teeth by this fucking book. But what really I feel like is, we often think that, oh, in order to be closer to God, we have to like denounce being rich. We have to denounce all these worldly things. And to an extent, yes, I believe that, because we are not of this world. We are in this world, but not of this world. And so we give up the worldly things, but that doesn't mean that the worldly things don't come to us anyways. By which I mean, like, I am not going to go live in a mountain and just be a hermit. Like, that's not how it is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get as close to God as I possibly can, living a lifestyle that provides for my family, for my friends, for my community, you know, for those who I can help through my success. Now, I understand what he's saying is that for him, he has given up everything here for the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is that of love, that of God, that of the connection with God. Because what is $1 billion to the person who stands next to God? What is a mansion, a seaside mansion, compared to the love of God? You can't compare the two. So because he has renounced all this stuff, that, you know, people who are saying, hey, you know, like, don't you want these like worldly things? Like, what, like, you have nothing. Like, what are you doing? But he's like, but I have everything. You're holding on to these small things and hoping that, you know, they're going to fill that hole that's within you, this God-sized hole. But I have God. I have God. And that is more than anything you could ever have on this earth. So he is, in a sense, saying that he is richer than you. He is more powerful than you. He is more loved than you. And it's not because of like well, I have more than you. It's like, you know, if you're holding on to these things on earth to help you define you, to make you feel like you are whole, then yeah, you are trading the ultimate gift of being with God for a few pennies, a few likes on Instagram, measly home. Like, how can you compare that to what he has? And I don't think I could ever do that. I'll be honest. I don't think I could ever renounce everything on earth. I feel very comfortable. I feel very blessed. But I do also understand that I can't take it with me. And so the things that I seek out personally, they are not, in order to be able to feel better about myself. There's only one way, and that's through what I was just reading with the song, love. But I can be loved and I can still earn a life. I can be loved and I can still do these things. That was the path that I chose. He just happened to choose the life of the renunciate where he has no worldly goods. But to look down on that when he has decided that I have everything I fucking need, and I need for nothing else, and I actually have everything because I have chosen God, was like, yeah, you know, it sort of puts things into perspective for my life, because I feel like a lot of times I'm chasing, but have I actually taken a moment to realize that I have everything I need already? Have I actually appreciated this moment in time where I have every single thing I could possibly want, need, desire, for myself? Like, yeah, I'll keep building a business. I'll keep doing what I do and sharing my life with my family, my friends. And yes, I will keep doing that, but I will know that those things don't define me. I know that those things are not things that are filling my soul. And with that, guys, support the book, okay? Buy the book, okay? It's Autobiography of a Yogi by Paramahansa Yogananda, and we still got a ways to go. There is a lot going on in this book that I actually am so excited to continue reading. So I'm going to put a link in the description. I'm also going to put a link to my book that I wrote about journaling techniques. Journaling, prayer, meditation has been paramount to my personal and professional and spiritual growth that I just want to share it with the world. It's called Writing for Your Life, or Writing for My Life. And I'll put my YouTube and my email, and I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Okay? Love you guys.